So for the last year and a half, I've had my SIM card in this Galaxy A23 mobile phone. Has it been good? Has it been bad? Let's talk about it. So first of all, this phone starts from around $400 in Australia for the 128GB model. And it also comes in 6.6 inches, and considering this is a very well priced phone. When you compare it to other devices, such as an iPhone, to get a $400 iPhone you'd have to go back about 5 generations, which is going to be old tech. This, however, is only about a year and a half old. In addition, it comes with a beautiful 90Hz refresh screen, so animations will appear smooth and you'll have no issues scrolling. And when you compare that with an iPhone 15, which has a 60Hz screen and starts for around $1,000 more than this phone, it's pretty crazy. That's right, you could buy around 3.5 of these phones for one iPhone 15, and it has a higher refresh rate. As you can see, scrolling is very smooth on this phone, which is a massive plus. And while it is made out of plastic, that's not too much of a compromise because plastic is very light and easy to hold. That means that phones made out of different materials that are a similar size to this phone are much heavier to hold, which can be quite annoying. So yeah, I've had no issues just holding this around for day-to-day use, which is great. While the bezels are noticeable, they're not too small considering that this phone is so cheap. But they are uneven, which could be annoying for some people. But for me personally, it doesn't really matter. And Android phones have great customization, as we know. So you'll be able to customize this thing like crazy. Like change your wallpaper, change the style of the apps, change like the volume rockers, change pretty much anything. That's not really something you can do on an iPhone. Now let's talk about camera quality. So this phone comes with 3 camera lenses, which actually have been quite good. Again, when we look back at that price point, I think these cameras are actually pretty damn good. We've got 10 times zoom, which is more than some flagship phones. And the camera quality really isn't that bad. While it is worse than a lot of other phones on the market, it'll get you going, and it has done so for me for all this time. And you have got some different modes here, like macro, night mode, pro mode, food mode, slow motion, so that's really great to have. The only problem that I will say is this camera system is very slow and very clunky, which is very annoying. But with the latest One UI updates, they seem to have patched this out, so it's not too bad. And another gripe with this camera system is the video quality, which is just nowhere near as good as the photo quality, nowhere near as good as an iPhone. You'll find that it does look very grainy in low lit situations, which isn't good. I will say portrait mode is very impressive on this phone, so you can definitely be returning to that with no issues. And then when we look at Samsung exclusive services, it's all great, like Samsung Internet, Samsung Fit app, members, the Samsung Store, gallery, so on. While they're still probably not as integrated as Apple services, they'll definitely get you going. Another thing a bit annoying with this phone is the performance. So it can be very slow if you've got many apps going on in the background. Sometimes they'll just bug out and glitch out for no particular reason, which is quite frustrating. Like say I've wanted to make a phone call, sometimes it just takes forever to load the phone app for no reason. And the response time for when you press an app is very slow compared to say an iPhone or maybe a top tier Xiaomi phone, so that can also be very annoying. However, you can make some tweaks in the settings app, which is really good. Like you can lower the build number or turn off animations to make it feel faster than it is. That's what I've done, and personally it has felt a lot quicker than what it actually is. In terms of cases, well, there are some great cases on offer in many stores like this one here. You can get many, there's a ton of variety with this phone's cases, more than other phones, which is really good. Just pop into your local retail store and you'll find one straight away. Shut. The resolution of this screen has been very surprisingly good. Images look sharp, it's quite bright, and the saturation is quite high compared to other phones. Like, just look at this Subway Surfers game here. You can just see how impressive it looks. And the audio quality is also very, very good. It's got bottom firing speeches, which are very punchy, but do lack in bass, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, they've been great. So, in conclusion, if you're looking for a phone that runs reasonably well with a low price point and that just gets you going to make calls and messages, I would recommend this phone. But if you're looking for a flagship that has great performance, great battery life, minimal lag when you're entering apps, even some quirky little camera features, then I would not get this phone. Some phones that offer that would be the iPhone 15 or Pro or Pro Max, maybe the Samsung Galaxy S23 or S24 Ultra, maybe just the S24, maybe S24 Plus. There are heaps out there. So therefore, it comes down to personal preferences and what you really want to get out of your phone. But overall, I have had a fairly good experience with this Samsung Galaxy A23 phone for the last year and a half, considering the price point. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.